Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Hey. All right. We got some people who's up early this morning, ready for yoga. That's exciting. I'm happy to see it. Happy to see it. I really appreciate it when people get up early for themselves. You get up early for you. So be happy for that. I have not picked the intention word. Go ahead and say hello in the chat. I see you out there. Hello. I have not picked the intention word for the day. Hopefully we get a good one, right? Today is Halloween. We got Blue Moon. We got a lot going on. If you're over in the DMV area, like myself, it's a little bit warm, a little bit cold. It's not as warm as I would like it to be. But we're going to make do. We're going to heat it up today. Don't worry. We're going to bring the heat this morning. So if you're cold, you won't be by the end of this practice. Get your blocks. Get everything you need. I prefer the foam blocks, cord blocks. If you don't mind the resistance, if you don't have any wrist issues, go ahead and use your cork. And I'm going to pick the intention word. Of course, had to give it a little bit of love, give it a little bit of a shuffle. Hopefully we get a good one today to guide us in our practice. All right, let's see here. All right. I tell you, it's always good. It's always good. All right. I'm going to put the other ones away and I won't leave you in too much suspense. Although it's Halloween, there's going to be all treats. No tricks today. No tricks. So, only treats. I won't leave you in too much suspense any longer. Hey. All right. We got Shirley. Good morning. We have Abbott. Hello. Good morning. Welcome. All right. So today's intention word is challenges, right? Challenges. We all go through life's challenges. It's a challenge, but we press on. We press on either way. So keep that in mind as we go throughout our practice today. Because life is a journey. Yes, there are some challenges, but guess what? A lot of those things make us a lot stronger. We're stronger than we think that we are. We don't know what we can go through until we actually have to go through it. And today we're going to have a little bit of a challenge within today's practice, but it's not going to be nothing that you can't do. Trust me. I told you, all treats. No tricks today. All treats. So again, for today's practice, go ahead and get your blocks. Roll out your yoga mat. Even if you're on the bed, still I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to get up. Go ahead and get up. Get yourself moving. The great thing about this is I can't see you. So however you're dressed for yoga. However it is. Costumes aren't necessarily required, right? Everything's optional because it's your practice. Hey, Jackie, good morning. All right. So we got about another minute. Get your water handy. This is your practice. You can always take breaks. I'm here as a guide, but not necessarily as the end all be all. Do what makes you feel good. Do what makes your body feel good because that's what it's all about. This is your practice. All right. I'm going to try not to make it a dance party, but it's Saturday morning. All right. I'm going to chill out now because I can't have too much fun sometimes. All right. Going to turn the bed down just a little bit. Going to come to the breath. Come to a nice comfortable seat. Any comfortable variation, whatever looks good for your body. We're thanking the Creator for waking us up this morning. All right. Just allow yourself to Just come down. You can close your eyes. You can keep them open. Whatever is available to you. Whatever makes you feel good. All right? We're going to come to that intention word of challenges. So even though you may be going through challenges or feeling challenged, that's okay. Every day you wake up and you try to be better than the last. So I want you to keep that going as you go throughout your practice today. Because challenges come and go. Some of them make us stronger. Not all storms are there to destroy. Sometimes it's there to clear the path. So we're going to keep that in mind today for our practice. If you'd like to dedicate your practice to anyone, feel free to do so. We're going to start by bringing our hands to heart center, thumbs into our chest. Just bringing your awareness to your breath. Nice even breath. Letting your body gently become aware of your surroundings. Letting your knees relax. Letting your shoulders relax on every exhale. Starting to sync your breath, the movement of your chest. Know that we're going to bring that with us throughout our practice today. We're syncing our breath and our movement. The yoga is to unite, to bring together. And we're going to do that today. On that inhale, we're going to release our hands. Inhale them up towards the ceiling or the sky. Gently gaze up towards the hands. Lift up through the chest, slightly arch the back. And on that exhale, open the arms out nice and wide. Open them out nice and slow. Bring them down. Inhale, bring it back up overhead. And exhale, take it down. One more just like that. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale, take it down. Very nice. We're going to take that right hand off to the side. Come onto your fingertips. Sweep the left arm up overhead. So this is my left, your right. Lift up through your chest. Turn your gaze up towards the ceiling. Really open up. Feel that stretch in your side body. We're going to drape that left hand all the way down. Let it circle the body. Come over to the opposite side. Lift up. Again, we're going to invite that side stretch. Turn your gaze up towards the ceiling. Press into the fingertips. And on that exhale, come back to center. Taking both arms out in front of you. Releasing your forearms down. Now feel free if you'd like to have your hands on blocks, you can. Even maybe your forehead will rest on a block. If you'd like to take your forehead all the way down towards the mat, you can. Resting your forehead down on the earth. Releasing the tension on the hips. Letting your body surrender. And on that inhale, gently walk the hands beside the face. Gently press into the fingertips as you lift your body up. Lift up through the chest. Take the gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, melt back down. Bring the hands out in front. Release your head. We're going to do that one more time, walking the hands towards the side of your face. Press into the fingertips. Lift up through the chest. Bring the gaze up. And come to a comfortable seat. We're going to take our knees together. Give them a gentle rock. We're going to take our right leg, bring it right underneath of our left. Bring it towards the outside of that glute, crossing your other leg over. So we're going to start to introduce some twists. We really want to open up our bodies today. So feel free if you like to take your hands up overhead. We're going to twist away from that front knee. Take the back hand behind you. Look behind you. If you like to hold on to that front knee, you can. If not, you can take your elbow to the outside of the knee. Gently look behind you. I want you to lift up as you gently twist. If you feel that hip start to open, that's good. That's what you want. Release your shoulders. On that next inhale, bring both arms back up overhead, twist towards the center. And exhale, lower your hands down. We're going to grab our front knee, hold it in, uncross, take the foot down, release that bent leg, and we're going to go to the opposite side. So again, bending your left leg, bring it over to the right glute, and crossing the right leg over. On that inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Lift up through the chest as you turn away from the knee. Take the back hand back. Again, we cross. Lift up through the chest so you can hold here or you can hold on to the knee. Whatever feels good for you today. Whatever your body feels. Continue to breathe. Maybe turn and look behind you a little bit deeper. Allow your body to get comfortable. Maybe even turning your gaze a little bit more behind you. On that inhale, take your arms back up overhead, twist towards the center. Exhale, take the hands down. We're going to hug that front knee, uncross, bring it back. Take the hands down to the side. We're going to rock the knees, let them dip from left to right. So even start to invite your core to get active here as we bring both knees down from side to side. We're going to revisit this a little bit later on our backs. So we're just going to get comfortable keeping the legs together, going back and forth. And bringing it back to center. We're going to cross the legs, come into a tabletop position. Taking our knees hip distance, taking our wrist right over our shoulders. We're going to rock in a circle. Get all those snap, crackle, pops out. Moving your body, feeling that pressure in the wrist. We're light on the wrist, heavy in the fingertips. Get that stretch in. Make your circles as big or small as you like them. And then we're going to take a pause. Go to the opposite side. All right, keep going. Have fun with it. This is your practice, remember. And we're going to pause at the top. Get ourselves ready for our cat-cows. On that inhale, you're going to release the belly down, release the shoulders, turn the gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, press into the fingertips, tuck the tailbone, arch the spine, chin the chest, round out the shoulders. Inhale, lower the belly, gaze up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, press into the fingertips. 2 more at your own breath, lower down. And on your exhale, round out, tuck the chin. 1 more. And on your exhale, tuck the chin. Come back to a neutral spine. We're going to take our right leg out behind us. So extend that right foot out. Your heel comes down towards the earth. So you're pressing the ball of that foot in towards the earth. Take awareness to your hip. If we're bringing our hip off to the side, we want to bring that hip down to neutral towards the earth. We're bringing the triceps back. So wrap the triceps back, take the heels down. Now that left leg can be tucked or untucked, whatever's comfortable for you. We're going to lift the foot off of the ground, cross it over our left, and cross it over to the other side. Let that heel come down. Now again, if you're comfortable here, stay here. If you'd like to extend it, get a little bit of a balance, you can take the opposite arm, take it behind your back. So now you're engaging your core, getting a little bit of balance here. You can keep your gaze down towards your hands. And release, take the foot back, take the hand down, bring the knee in, give it a rock. We're going to do that same thing on the opposite side. Extend the left foot out, Flex the heel down towards the earth. Again, being mindful of that hip. Take the hip back to neutral. Pressing away with our fingertips. Lifting the leg up, extend it, cross it over the right, take the heel down. Again, if you'd like to extend this pose, you're going to take the opposite hand, cross it behind your back. Get a little bit of balance here. Take one more full breath. And when you're ready, release the hand back down. I'm going to take the foot back in, rock the knees from left to right. So as we wrap our triceps back, we're going to tuck our toes underneath. Get a gentle toe stretch here. I want you to flex all of those toes back, all of them, even the little one. Bring it back. Even if it's not moving, maybe sometimes you got to pull it, right? To get that pinky toe up there. Give your hips a rock from left to right. And gently begin to bring the hips back towards the heels. Maybe you rock it back. Maybe you just come back. Bring the hips back to your comfort level. Maybe you invite a pause, pressing away with the fingertips, bringing the head down, flexing out those toes. We're gently going to bring the gaze towards the hands as we come forward. If you'd like to invite a little bit more strength into this posture, I would invite you to just lift the knees off of the ground. Let them hover just a little bit off of the ground. Feel free if it's uncomfortable to bring the knees down. We're just going to let it hover here. We're going to engage our core for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to put a bend into the knees as we push back to our first downward facing dog. Paddle out your feet. Move your hips. Oh, we got our first downward facing dog. Invite some movement as you press away with your fingertips. Bringing your heels down towards the earth. Invite some stillness. Tucking your chin into the chest. Walk your gaze up your leg. Maybe you can make it up towards your belly button. Let your chest sink down. Getting a little bit deeper into the stretch. Invite a bend into your knee if you need it. And on that inhale, we're going to look towards our hands. Now come to a comfortable forward fold. That's walking to the front or back of the mat. Whatever one feels comfortable to you, we come to a forward fold. Again, slight bend into the knee. Allow your head to release down. We're going to take opposite elbows, holding on, gently sway from left to right. Shaking our head yes and no. Release the tension in the neck. Having all toes down, shifting the weight into the balls of the feet. Releasing your arms towards the mat. And when you're ready, release your hands back down, taking that nose towards the knee. We're going to press into the feet as we bring ourselves all the way up to an extended mountain with our arms up overhead. Take our hands to touch, slide back, bend here. And on that exhale, we're going to swan dive down. So we're going to begin our sun salutations. Let's warm up the body. Forward fold. Flat back. Planting our hands down on the mat. We're going to step back. Step back into your high push-up or your plank pose. If this is not okay, bring your knees down. That's okay. Whatever feels good for you. If you're in that plank pose, I want you to shift the weight over the balls of the feet. Lower yourself down, elbows in. We're going to come all the way down on the ground. Lower your body down. Untuck your toes. We're going to press into the fingertips as we gently bring the chest up. We're going to bring that gaze right in front of us, nice and neutral. Feel that lower back start to activate. Tucking our toes underneath. We're going to push back to our tabletop position. And then all the way to our downward facing dog. Walk the feet in, heels come down. Press away with the fingertips. Walk the gaze up the leg. Again, coming to your forward fold. Release your head down. On that inhale, bring the arms up overhead, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Taking a flat back. Planting your hands down, we're going to step back and flow. So if you don't want to flow through, feel free to push back directly to your downward facing dog. We're all going to meet there. If you're in your chaturanga and you'd like to go down, we're going to hover, pressing up. We're going to do an upward facing dog here, or your baby cobra, keeping your knees down, whatever feels good to you. And then press back to your downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. On that inhale, come to a forward fold. Release your head. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms overhead, extended mountain. All right, let's start to warm it up. We're going to go a little bit faster. Forward fold. Flat back. Step back and flow, whatever feels good to you. We meet in our downward facing dog. We all come together. Don't worry about whatever your flow looks like. This is your practice. Taking 2 breaths. Come into a forward fold. Bring the feet towards the hands. On that inhale, come all the way up. Arms overhead, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. All right. Flat back. Step back, and we flow through. If you'd like to jump back, feel free to do so. If it's in your practice, lower down and flow. Taking 2 breaths. And on that inhale, we're going to lift our right leg up towards the sky. So bring that right leg up. We're going to put a bend into the knee. Open up the hip. Open up the knee. This is our 3-legged dog. Press away with your fingers. Let's bring that gaze up towards the belly. Going to bring that knee back towards the ground. Arch the spine. Bring the foot through to frame the hands. We're going to stay and bring the knee down in our low lunge. Keep the knee down. Let's sweep the arms up overhead. You can untuck the back toe as you lift the chest up. On that exhale, lower your hands down, framing your foot. Tuck your back toe. We're going to step the back foot up to meet the front into our forward fold. On that inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back. Planting your hands down, we're going to step back and flow through. Meet you in downward facing dog. And we're going to do that same thing on the left foot. Taking our left leg up towards the sky. Going to bend that knee, open it up for that 3-legged dog. Bring the gaze up towards the belly. Bringing that knee back to center, arch the spine. Bring the foot through to frame the hands. Lower the knee, untuck the back toe, sweep the arms up overhead, lift up through the chest. And on that exhale, lower your foot down, lower your hands down. We're going to tuck the back toe, step the back foot up to meet the front, come back to your forward fold. We're going to put a bend into our knees, sweeping our arms up, sit in your chair. You can have your hands to touch, have them out in front, or bring them back behind you, whatever feels good. We're going to sink our hips down. Keep the knees together, whatever feels good. Hold on if you need to. Lift up through the chest. Whatever arm variation feels good for you today. We're going to be here for another 5, 4, maybe you sink down a little bit deeper. 3, 2, 1, and forward fold. Flat back. Plant your hands down, step back and flow. Now remember when I said earlier you were going to be warm? If you weren't already, I'm already warm. Push back to your downward facing dog. Take your 2 breaths, walk the gaze up your belly. We're going to take that right leg, bring it up towards the sky, bend it and bring it through to front of the hands. This time we're going to stay up on the back leg. We're going to pivot that back foot onto the pinky edge of the foot. Sweep the arms up overhead in our warrior 1 position. Bend into your front knee. See if you can squat down, get low. Bring the gaze forward. On that exhale, open up to your warrior 2. Strong T-arms, keep the bend in the knee. Lift up through the chest. We're going to drop the back hand, reverse our warrior. If you're feeling a little bindy and you like to take that hand out in front, you can. Lift up through the chest. On that exhale, we're going to bring our arms back to our warrior 2 pose. And windmill our arms down. Place the hands down, step back and flow through. Meet in your downward facing dog. I'm going to do that same thing on the left side. Take the left foot up. Bend it and bring it through. Frame the hands. Pivot your back foot. Come up to your warrior 1 on your left. Keeping that bend into the knee. Exhale, open up warrior 2. Strong T-arms here. Again, reverse the warrior, drop the back hand, bring it up overhead. Again, if you'd like to bind, you can take it around. Lifting up through the chest. And on that exhale, open up back to the warrior 2. Bring that gaze right over your ring finger. And then we'll windmill our arms down. Step back and flow through. Meet in your downward facing dog. We're going to take 3 breaths this time. Coming back to our breath. Walk your heels in if you want to get your heels down towards the earth. Tucking your chin into your chest. Take 1 more full cycle of breath. We're going to walk our feet back up to the top. Place a bend into our knees. Sit back in our chair. We're going to be here for 5, 4, you got this, 3, 2, 1, and forward fold. All right, so forward folds is becoming our resting pose, right? All right, take a breath. We're going to come to our flat back. Plant your hands down, step back and flow through. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Taking 2 breaths. Press away with your fingertips, taking your chest down towards the earth. We're making an upside down V with our bodies. I'm going to lift that right leg up towards the sky. Bend it, bring it through, frame the hands. We're going to immediately open up to our warrior 2. So windmill open, warrior 2, strong T-arms. Bend into that front knee. On that inhale, we're going to straighten that front leg. Hinge forward towards the front of our hand. So hinge forward, drop your front hand. So here's where you may want to take a block. Take the block down. We're going to take it behind our foot. Bring our arm up overhead. If you don't have a block handy, feel free to take it right on your shin, bringing your gaze up towards the sky. If you don't have a block and you maybe like to get a little bit deeper, you can bring that hand all the way down, lifting up. We don't want to compromise our form. So if the block helps you to open up that chest, feel free to use it. Release the tension on the neck. Open up your hips. We're going to stretch until our comfort level. If you need to have a bend into that knee, that's okay. On that inhale, we're going to come back to that reverse warrior. Put the bend back into the knee. Reverse your warrior. Bind if you like. And exhale, come back into the triangle position. Straighten the leg. Bring the gaze up overhead. On that exhale, we're going to drop that front hand, bring it down to the inside of our foot. Pivot that back foot onto the ball of the foot, come towards the front of the mat. Bring it down. Taking that hand to the inside of our foot, we're going to sweep the right arm up overhead, invite a gentle twist into the body. Gaze up towards the hand. On that exhale, we're going to take that right hand down, framing the foot with both hands. We're going to step the back foot back and flow through. Meeting in our downward facing dog. We're going to do the same thing with our left leg. Lift the left leg up towards the sky. Bend it, bring it through to frame the hands. Again, we immediately open up to our warrior two. Immediately open up. Bend into that front knee. Bend it open. Again, we're going to inhale, straighten the front leg. We're going to hinge forward, leaning towards the front, dropping the hand. You can drop it down onto your shin. Take a block behind your foot. Placing that right arm up overhead. Again, lift up through the chest. Very nice. We're going to take that front top hand down towards the inside of our foot as we pivot that back foot forward. Come onto the ball of the foot. Placing your hand towards the inside of your foot. We're going to lift that hand that was on our shin or our block up towards the sky as we invite a gentle twist. Know if you need to come down into your knee, feel free to. This is completely up to you. On that exhale, take the hand down. We're going to frame the foot, move your block, and we're going to step back and we flow through. Meeting in our downward facing dog, we're going to take our 2 breaths. On that inhale, we bring our gaze towards our hands. We can walk, step, or jump to the top of the mat and have a seat in our chair. See if you can get a little bit low. We're going to be here for 5, 4, any shoulder variation that feels good to you. 3, 2, 1, and bring yourself to stand this time in our mountain pose. Just take a moment here, relax your body, breathe. You're doing so good. I know you are. All right, we're going to be here in our mountain pose. Just allow your body to gaze forward. So we're not gazing right at me because I'm going to be moving. I want you to focus on something that is not moving. So anything that's right in your field of vision that is not moving. It could be a light switch, anything. We're going to plant our feet down, looking down at our feet. Our feet are hip distance apart. Our toes are going to be rooted into the mat, maybe gripping in. We're going to inhale, bring both arms up overhead. Bring the hands to touch. Press into the feet. We're going to lift the chest, but create space around our ears. Taking our shoulders away from our ears. On that exhale, bring the hands down. Release the shoulders. We're going to shift the weight. We're going to bring that left leg in towards the knee. So bring the left foot in, hug it in. If you need to hold on to a wall, feel free to. We're going to hug it in, bring it in towards the chest. Now again, this is where you're setting that drishti point, where you're focusing on something that isn't moving in the room. Maybe it's available. You can make little circles with your ankles. Maybe pause and going the other way. And on that exhale, we're going to grab that foot. So grab your foot, allow the knee to drop. Let the knee drop. Hug that knee in. So take your foot, your heel, towards the inside of your hip, that crease of your hip. If it doesn't quite make it, keep it where it is. Release your shoulders down, gazing forward. Again, hold on to a wall if you need to. Continue to breathe. On that inhale, we're going to take that knee back in towards the chest. Hug it in. And on the exhale, let it down nice and controlled. Release it down, shake it out. Very nice. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So again, we settle in our mountain pose first. Set your drishti point, something that's right in front of you. Shift the weight into the foot. We're going to lift that right leg up. And we're going to bring the knee in towards the chest. So hug it in. Again, feel free if you need to hold on to a wall for balance. Completely up to you. Moving that ankle around. Whatever feels good. And then we're going to hold on to the top of the foot. And we're going to allow the knee to drop. Open up the hip. Again, if you'd like to tuck it in towards the crease of the hip, you can. Let the knee open up. Release the shoulders. It's okay if you wobble. It's okay if you come out. Come right back. Continue to breathe. And on that inhale, we're going to bring that knee back up. Hug the knee in towards the chest. And release it nice and controlled. Release it down. And we'll shake it out. Very nice. Rock the hips from left to right. We're going to step off to the side of our mat. And we're going to open our feet up nice and wide. So take your feet nice and wide. Rock the hips from left to right. Moving the feet out. Maybe moving the toes up. We're going to start to bend towards each knee. So bend into the knee. Straighten the other leg. Maybe you can let it get a little bit deeper. Come a little bit deeper. Maybe we can bring the hands in. As you get a little bit deeper. And then we go to the other side, right? Bring it in. Take it out. Bring it in. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit deeper. Bring it off. Straighten it out. Let's bring the heel up. Heel down, toes up. And come to center. Bring it up. Bring the arms up overhead. Lift up through the chest. Exhale, we're going to bring the hands forward. Wide forward fold here. Bringing your head all the way down. Feel free if you need to invite a bend into the knee, you can. We're taking our head down towards the earth. It's okay if it doesn't get there. If you're feeling extra stretchy and you'd like to take your head down, feel free to widen your stance to get your head down towards the earth. If your head is all the way down towards the earth, feel free to walk your feet in. Relax your head, relax your shoulders. You can also take your head and place it on a block, if that's comfortable as well. Relaxing your head on your block in your forward fold. If your head is on a block, we're going to gently move the block behind us off of our mat as we walk our hands over to our right foot. Inviting a gentle stretch. We're going to feel this all along the leg. Coming back to center and over to the opposite side. And coming back to center on your exhale, taking your head back down towards the block or towards the earth. We're going to take our forearms, bring them down towards the earth. Relax here. Come up onto your fingertips. We're going to lift the chest. Take your gaze forward. Take your shoulders back. We're going to gently take the palms down towards the earth, nice and flat. As we heel toe the feet back into center. Bend the knees if you need to. Coming into your forward fold on the side of your mat. And on your inhale, gently come up to standing, nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time as you press into the feet. When your head comes, bring your arms up overhead, extended stretch. On that exhale, take your hands down. We're going to pivot to the front of our mat. Very nice. Bring your arms back up overhead. Lift up through the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Taking our hands to a flat back. Plant your hands down. We're going to step back into our high push-up. And we're going to bring our body all the way down onto our belly. Come all the way down. Keeping your toes untucked, we're going to take our fingertips, bring them right beside our shoulders, right under our shoulders. We're going to press into those fingertips as we lift our chest. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Zip your feet up together. Press into the top of your mat. On that exhale, release the head down. Inhale, we're going to lift up through the chest. Press into the fingertips. Let's see if we can take those hands away, lifting the hands up. Pressing the elbows towards the ribs. And exhale, take the hands down. We're going to release the hands down into a T, taking our cheek on the mat. Rest your body here. We're going to take our left leg, bend the knee, take the knee up towards the elbow. Open up throughout the side of your body. Your foot is going to be flexed out. So this is our half frog pose. We're going to take our hands back underneath of our shoulders, fingertips on the mat, and we're just going to lift up. Lift up through the chest. So you're going to feel this in a completely different way because we have that foot extended out. Now feel free to adjust wherever you need to with that knee. And on that exhale, lower your body down. Take your hands back to a T. Lower the leg down. We're going to turn our cheek towards the other side as we bring the right knee up. Flexing the foot out. We're going to do the same thing. Take our fingertips underneath of our shoulders, elbows in. Lift up towards the center. Lift your chest up. Take the elbows in towards the ribs. And on that exhale, lower back down. Taking your cheek to the other side. On that inhale, we're going to take our hands and zip them up towards our thighs. Taking your shoulders back. Your shoulder blades are going to be back. Taking your chin onto the mat. Zipping your feet up. Letting them touch as much as possible. We're going to lift up through the chest. Arching our spine. And we're going to bring our hands together. Lifting up through our chest. Activate that lower back. If you'd like to extend this stretch and bring your hands behind you, interlace, you can lift up through your chest a little bit deeper. We're going to be here for 5, 4, in whatever position that's available to you. 3, 2, 1. Relax it down, cheek on the mat. Take your knees, bend them. Windshield wiper your knees from left to right. We'll release that tension on the lower back. We're going to release those feet down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press to your tabletop position. Shift back to your child's pose. Knees are going to come out nice and wide. Big toes touch. Shift back. So your forehead is down into the mat. Relax your forearms. Let your chest surrender down. And on that inhale, we're going to walk our hands back towards our body as we sit up in a nice comfortable position. You can feel free to put something underneath of your body. Just allow your body to relax here for a second. Take your knees off to the side and we're going to sit on our bottom. All right. Bring your feet in front. Shift towards the front of your mat. So if you need to scoot yourself, bring yourself forward. However you get there, bring the knees together. We're going to sit up nice and tall, lifting up through our chest. Hold on to your shins. Release your shoulders. Gazing forward. We're going to come up onto the toes. Again, still lifting up through the chest. Maybe you can bring the knees in a little bit closer. We're going to play with it a little bit by lifting one foot off of the mat. Taking it back down, lifting the other foot up. And take it down. Maybe we lift both. Bring them up to your comfort level, wherever that is for you. And then we're going to tuck our tailbone under as we rock back onto our back. Rock your knees from left to right. Release that tension on your lower back. We're going to take our hands off to a T. Now, I said we were going to come back to that knee rocking position. Let's come back to it. Taking your palms down, we're going to rock the knees from left to right. Your gaze can be forward, up onto the ceiling. We're going to let each knee come towards the earth. We're not going to let it fall towards the earth and touch. Keeping your knees together as much as possible. We're going to engage our core here. Keep going, left to right. See if we can get as deep as possible. Maybe letting it pause, hover for a second, and then go over to the other side. Whatever feels good for you. This is something that you can do in bed as well. Keep going. And when you're ready, we're going to bring those knees to stillness. Take the feet up towards the sky. Flex your toes down towards your body. We're going to do that same thing that we just did with our knees, but this time with our feet. We're dialing up a little bit more intensity. So keeping those palms down on the mat, we're going to bring it over. Taking it over to the right side. Let it hover here and take it back up. Let it come down on the other side and take it back up. Now this is going to be a little bit more intense, so you go as fast or as slow as you need to. Whatever works for you. Again, taking it up, over to the other side. We got 3 more on each side. And bringing it down for 3. Taking it up. And down for 2. You got this. Hang in there. We got 1 more on this side. And this is our last one. Take it up to center. Hug the knees into the chest. Give it a rock from left to right. We're going to lower down that right leg as we hug in the left. So lower down your right leg. Hug your left knee into your chest. Give it a rock from left to right. We're going to cross that right knee over our body. Let the knee fall. Taking our hand onto our thigh. Taking our left hand down towards the earth. Feel that gentle stretch in your body. Now make room for your hip. So release that hand. Create space here. Let your shoulders relax. It's okay if your shoulder doesn't quite reach the ground. Just allow your body to open up with every exhale, wherever you are. We're okay. We're accepting where we are. We know that things can be challenging, but we're up for the challenge. Going to take that knee, bring it back into the chest, hug it in. And then we're going to swap it out. So we're going to take the right knee in, hug it in, lower down the left. Hug it in towards the chest. Give it a little rock. And then cross it over, letting that knee come down wherever it is. Hold on to the thigh, taking that right hand behind us. Gonna look towards that hand. Again, we create space in the hip. Letting our body surrender down. Relaxing here. We're slowing down the pace. Letting yourself just come back to the breath. And on that inhale, we're going to take that knee, bring it back in towards the chest. We're going to hug the left knee in as well. Hug both knees in. Give it a gentle rock. Take your knees up towards the ceiling. We're going to make circles in the sky. So make our circles with our knees. Feel free if you'd like to hold on to the knees, you can. You can take your hands out to the side and make your circles. Whatever feels good to you. We're going to go the opposite way with our circles. And when you're ready, we're going to take those feet, place them flat on the mat. Our toes are going to be towards the front. Readjust your body wherever you need to. We're going to walk our heels in towards our glutes, taking your fingertips down towards your heels. Now, if the fingertips don't reach, it's okay. Take the elbows in and take the hands off up towards the sky. So you can have robot arms. You can gently clasp the hands down. Whatever feels comfortable to you. We're going to pay attention to those shoulders. So once your shoulders down towards the mat, release the neck. Feet are going to be flat on the mat. We're going to press into our feet as we gently lift our hips off of the mat. Bringing our hips up towards the sky. Now again, if you'd like to bring your elbows in, press your elbows into the mat. If your hands are down, press your hands into the mat. Whatever one is comfortable, release the tension in your neck. Allow your shoulders to press into the mat. We're creating space within our chest and our collarbone. Lifting our hips up. Engage your quads. So you should feel this in your quads. Your quads should also be nice and tight here. Continue to breathe. See if you can lift up a little bit higher. Engage in those glutes. Press up. Press the toes down. On that exhale, we're going to tuck the tailbone under as we lower down onto the mat, giving your knees a gentle rock from left to right. So just let your knees rock. We're going to set up for that again. So taking your knees to stillness, taking your hands down in whatever position that feels good for you, walking your heels in towards your glute. Toes are tracked forward. We're going to press into the feet. Lift the hips. Lift the hips up towards the sky. This is an active pose, so continue to press into the feet, lifting your hips up a little bit higher. Maybe you can get those hips up, creating space underneath of your back as you press your shoulders into the mat. You want to create space here, lifting up, bringing those hips up as high as you can get them. And then we're going to just pulse it out here. So we're going to lower the hips and press it back up. Lower and press. So a little pulse. And we got 5, 4, whatever arm variation, 3, and 2. Last 1. We're going to lift up and hold. Breathe for 5, 4. Keep pressing. 3, 2. Last 1. Lower your hips down. Tuck the tailbone. Hug the knees into the chest. Give it a rock from left to right. You got it. All right. Take your feet up towards the sky. Flex your toes back. Just take a moment here. Relax your body. I'm going to take those arms up overhead. Gaze up towards the space in between your hands. We're going to point the toes up. Flex them back. Point the toes up. And flex them back. We're going to begin to bring the arms and the legs down nice and slow. Nice and controlled movement. Engage your core here as you bring everything down. Lowering our body down nice and slow. All the way down until it reaches the mat. And when you get here, just invite a stretch into the body. Rolling out your wrist and your ankles. Just loving up on yourself. Maybe even hugging yourself. Giving your shoulders a little rock. And we're going to release our hands down by our side. Letting our shoulders relax. Just letting your body get nice and comfortable here. Notice your breath. Notice how your body feels. Just let your body get nice and soft. We're going to release tension starting at the crown of our head. Letting our eyes get soft, or maybe closing our eyes. Releasing the tension in between our brows. Unclench your jaw. Relax your tongue. Letting your shoulders get soft and melt away into the mat. Letting your hips relax. Your knees, ankles, and toes are going to be heavy on the mat. Letting them relax here. Coming back to our breath. And together we're going to breathe in through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, let it all out, melt away. We're coming back to that intention word. Back into that intention of challenges. Maybe this practice was a little bit challenging, but guess what? You made it. We tell ourselves and we talk ourselves out of so many things that we can't do, not knowing that we're capable of so much more. You are up for the challenge. Just remember that. Continue to breathe. I want you just to relax yourself here. And we're going to take another 2 breaths in silence as we just seal our intention. And when you're ready, we're going to invite movement and awareness back into our body, allowing our breath to deepen. We wiggle our fingers and toes. And when you're ready, hugging your knees into your chest one last time for our practice. Rolling over to one side, gently cradle your head. I want you to allow your body to take up space. Let your knees get wide, open up. And when you're ready, using that top hand to push yourself up to a comfortable seat. Any comfortable variation. Taking your hands to heart center with your thumbs into your chest. I want you to thank yourself for showing up for you today. Thank your body for showing up and supporting you in the practice today. I thank you for allowing me to share my practice with you. I want you to take this challenge, this energy with you off of the mat and onto your day. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Namaste. All right. That was good. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, we always have a good time when we get to just flow it out, really get to enjoy, have a good time. Oh, we can let our hair down now, right? We made it through. If you didn't do anything else today, you accomplished something. You already can check that off. If you're going to do anything for the Halloween time, this was all treats. Again, no tricks were here, no tricks, all treats. I wish you a very, very safe Halloween. Enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you in the next class. Have a great one. Thank you, Abba. I will see you in the next practice. Have a good one. Bye-bye.